All right, now we're on to step 4 of how to quit your job. We're walking through the how to quit your job manual. If you haven't downloaded it already, go to 9to5ers.com. You can download it for free there. Check it out. But go back and watch the other videos and go through that before you fully go into this. But for those of you who've been following along, welcome back, and we're going to start going through a little bit more of a filter here. So this filter here, last time we kind of did more of what is your dislike in your current job? What is it that you're not liking? How do we use that to our advantage to filter out the things that we don't want to do? But we're also human beings here. We have a personality. We have just innate things that we really naturally gravitate to. How do we use that to our advantage to get our personality wrapped up into what it is that we're trying to do here? So it's actually pretty simple. So there's a few different tips here we're going to walk through to how do we take who we are and use that as a filter for what we're going to do next.
We're going to get to know ourselves here. So try the following steps, and these tests that we're about to take, they are as honest as you are. So just take that for what it's worth there. There's the DISC test, and all these links we're going to have down here in the comments section in the description below. So don't worry about too much about trying to write what I'm saying down real quick here. We'll have links for everything here. So the DISC test, there's Strength Finders 2.0. Make sure you get the access code with that. There's the 4-color personalities for MLMs. And take from what you already know. What's your past experiences? Write down every single job that you've ever had. What aspects did you like about the job, and what aspects did you hate about the job? Reese, why don't you go into what the DISC test is going to kind of tell us?
Yeah, so the DISC test tells you it has 4 different components to it. And it's a very common part of your personality. This is what your personality is, how you react in different situations. So it's going to tell you whether you are task-oriented or people-oriented, and whether you are outgoing or reserved. And that will then put you into one of the 4 quadrants that then make up the DISC acronym. So, if you're an introvert, but you really like data and knowledge and stuff like that, then you're probably going to be a C. But if you really like people and talking and just going out and having fun, you're probably going to be more of the I type of quadrant. So those are different personalities that really suit different avenues and ways of making money, that it's going to be important for you to know that about yourself, so that you just at least have that awareness to know, like, hey, if I'm that person that likes to go out and have fun and talk to people all day, it's not going to make sense for me to go do something making money where I'm sitting behind a computer by myself crunching numbers all day. So that's where the DISC test will come into handy for you on that.
The next is the Strength Finders, and it's also one of those tests. It's a book that you kind of read a little bit. You kind of get the understanding of what they're trying to get to you, and then it's a questionnaire, and of course it comes back with an analysis of you. And what's great about this book is not only does it tell you this is your highest strength point or of your personality trait, it gives you a couple other ones below it. And it also tells you, like, hey, this is your personality, and this is maybe somebody that would complement your personality. So an example for myself was I'm an analyzer. I'm the type of person that likes to look at data, strategize, plan out things. I mean, I'm the one that created this field manual, basically. So I walked through everything, every single step how I got out of my job, and I made it to where it was like step 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way to 2000. I need somebody that is opposite of me. And that is someone that is actually going to go, you know what, this is good enough. Let's go and do it. Let's just go and do it and make some mistakes and figure some stuff out along the way. And of course, inside of me, I'm panicking because it's not perfect, but that's what I need. I need that person that's willing to just jump out and go for it. You might be like me, or you might be like my counterpart. And it doesn't really matter. The whole point of it is to be honest with it and trust the test, and also go out and find your counterpart after you found what you like.
Yeah. So Joe also mentioned the Four Color Personalities book. And this is a great book. To me, kind of the way I think about it, really goes hand in hand with the disc test as well. It kind of gives you an idea of not only the people that you interact with, but how you interact with them, how that interaction goes, and how you perform and how you are as a person. So, like Joe is very strong green. He likes to really get into the numbers and the data and things like that. He'll analyze things to death. Whereas his wife is a blue. So green and blue are kind of opposites. She likes going out and talking to people and being just social. Really likes that social aspect. I am typically more of a red, where I'm hard driving and like to do things, do it now, get it done. But me, my wife, she's a yellow. She loves helping people. Like help is just, if you say help, everything's off the table. She'd give you all of our money if it came to helping somebody out. Like that's just how much yellows really love to help. But that's also opposites there as well in the Four Color Personalities. So read through that and try to figure out where you are and how these different colors interact with one another.
So, and the last one is taking from what you know. This is going to be the best resource, hands down, because you're going to be drawing up on your past experiences, good, bad, ugly, amazing, anything in between here. So just some details. And this is going to take a little bit of reflecting here. So what I really liked it when I took charge of my own department, or in this other job, I really enjoyed being a part of the team and helping create this project, or I get the sense of joy every time I help a customer, or whatever. This is, before you know it, you're actually, if you write down on the left side of the piece of paper everything you loved about every single job, and then on the right side, you've taken everything that you've disliked about every single job that you've ever had, you've basically just created a compass. You got the one on the left. This is where you need to start going to. This is the type of jobs or careers or paths or interests, whatever, that you need to start moving towards. And the one on the right is avoid at all costs. So I want to give you, go ahead, Reese, with the warning.
Yeah, so if you're going through this and you're just trying to really go into the nitty gritty, you could spend a whole lot of time on this, and that's your paralysis of analysis. You don't really want to get there. We're not trying to create just the ideal dream situation out of this. We're just trying to get to that minimum state. What is our minimum viable product here that we will get us on the to where it is that we're trying to go? So we've really just got to dive in and get going and do this. So uh, in the spaces below in the worksheet, if you're following along in the worksheet, just go write down your jobs, your past jobs, and start writing. What is it you like? What is it you don't like?
And as you're going through this, I know, make sure that you're in a spot where it's calm, quiet, and your mental status is kind of, you're on the, you're just kind of floating along, like if you were in the ocean, you're just kind of bobbing up and down. Nothing is distracting you. Nothing's really going on. You have that even temperament. You're not really pulled emotionally one way or the other, because that will totally influence your results that you have here. And Reese is talking about past jobs. If you don't have a lot of past jobs, then just write down past experiences. Anytime that you interacted with people, you're part of a project, you volunteered, you tried something new, write it down and ask yourself, what work does not feel like work? What drives you up the walls with boredom? And what we're trying to do here is we're just trying to figure out you, and just don't overanalyze it. Don't freak out, but do be honest. Do stay calm. Do stay just focused on it, and just let it flow out. And you will eventually have a better understanding with the helps of the disc, the Four Color Personalities, the Strength Finders 2.0, and just your own past experiences. You will have a much better understanding of yourself versus someone that is just kind of bouncing off the walls in a dark room, not just trying to figure out what they like. I mean, you can cut literally years off of experiences and making the wrong decisions just by trying to figure out, just by reviewing your past and maybe just leading into the right direction. And just remember, we're not going for perfection here. We are looking for the right direction. We're just looking for because this is a lifelong process here. I mean, you, myself, Reese, we are both experiencing things in our lives where it's better than what it was a year ago, but it's probably not better than what it will be a year from now. And that's because we're constantly adjusting and going in a new direction, a little bit finer tuned direction. And that's what this is all about. So we're not focusing on perfection. We're looking just on a compass to go in the correct direction.
So what Joe was talking about there is exactly what is going to take you from being the person who wants to quit their job to the person who is going to do something about it and make it happen. That's why this filtering process is so important. So these goals here that we have for this part of the process, we want you to understand yourself. What is it that makes you tick? Because that is critical. What are your likes? What are your dislikes? What strengths do you have? What weaknesses do you have? Those are very important to forming who you are, and you have that awareness. You're trying to get the steps in the right direction. You're not going to keep doing the things that you dislike. You're not going to put yourself into those situations where you're making those mistakes that you just take on things that you need to because it feels right, but you don't like it. So we're creating a good filter here. Goal number 3, create a good filter that will screen out these active and passive income streams. And then goal number 4, we want you to have the confidence to take the action when these opportunities actually come up. Because once you get this pretty clear in your mind, these opportunities will just flash you and you'll see them and be like, man, I can't believe that is even a possibility. Like, I'm not even joking about this. I was just talking about this with Joe before this recording of things that are coming up in my world that I was just, hey, that's really cool. I can go do that. And now it's like a major opportunity for me. So these things come at you out of nowhere, and be ready. You got to ready yourself for those opportunities, be able to screen them out. Does it fit? Does it not? And then be able to take action.
Absolutely. And to just maybe say it a different way here is to trust your instincts and what you've learned about yourself and lean into the butterflies, because those new experiences that you are really going to like, you're going to get some butterflies out of that because it's new, it's exciting, it might be a little scary. Lean into the butterflies because someone is going to come up to you with an opportunity, or an opportunity is going to come your way, and your old self would say, no, I can't. I got to go beat my head against the wall because that's my job. Versus, yes, let's do this. Absolutely. Let's run an experiment and try something. Let's do it.
Yep. So that's it for this step at the moment. There is some more that we'll come back to in the next video. So watch out for that video. And if it's up already, just watch it here. But don't forget to like and subscribe, comment. Let us know what questions you have. Let us know in the comments. Share this with other people that you think are ready for this journey as well. You have the conversations with them at work about like, hey, we're miserable here at this job, or like, hey, I know I can do bigger and better things than what it is that I'm working on. You know, that's the kind of conversations that, hey, that person can join you along in this journey. Share this video with them and share this process with them. Have those conversations with them like, hey, this is what I'm learning in this journey. We'd love to know what you think in the comments.